Life's storms can be terrifying, can't they? Picture yourself in a small boat. Waves crashing over the sides, the wind howling and water flooding in. That's exactly where Jesus' disciples found themselves one evening on the Sea of Galilee. You know, I've always been fascinated by this story from Mark chapter 4. Jesus had just finished teaching, and he says to his disciples, "Let's go to the other side." Simple enough, right? They're experienced fishermen after all. But what happens next is extraordinary. Out of nowhere, a furious storm descends upon them. Now, this wasn't just some light rain. We're talking about a storm so violent that even these seasoned sailors were terrified. The waves are smashing against their boat, water's pouring in, and they're thinking, this is it, we're done for. But here's the incredible part. Where's Jesus during all this chaos? He's sleeping. Yes, sleeping. On a cushion in the back of the boat, completely at peace while everything around him is in absolute turmoil. Can you imagine the disciples' frustration? They shake him awake, practically shouting, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Now what Jesus does next is simply amazing. He stands up, looks at the raging storm, and with complete authority says, "Peace, be still." And just like that, instant calm. The wind dies down, the waves settle, and there's this profound silence. Then he turns to his disciples and asks them something that cuts right to the heart. Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith? You see, this story teaches us something profound about faith and life's challenges. First, let's be real. Storms are going to come. Having faith doesn't mean we get a storm-free life. Even with Jesus right there in their boat, the disciples faced a terrible storm. Sound familiar? We all face our own storms. Maybe it's a health crisis, financial struggles, relationship problems, or overwhelming anxiety. But here's the second truth that changes everything. Jesus has absolute authority over every storm. The same Jesus who commanded those waves to be still is the same Jesus who's with us today. Whether it's depression that feels like it's drowning you, or fear that's paralyzing you, or uncertainty that's overwhelming you, he has authority over it all. And finally, there's this beautiful truth about faith being the key to peace. Notice how Jesus could sleep through the storm? That wasn't just physical exhaustion, it was perfect trust. He knew who was in control. And that's the peace he offers us today. When we're in life's storms, we have a choice. We can either panic like the disciples did, or we can choose to trust the one who commands the wind and waves. The same God who brought them safely to shore is faithful to carry you through your storms too. Remember, faith doesn't mean the absence of storms. It means having peace in the midst of them, knowing that the master of the sea is in your boat. Lord Jesus, we thank you because you are greater than every storm. Strengthen our faith when fear rises. Help us to rest in you and to trust that your word has power to calm every situation in our life.